Ray Liotta plays a prisoner in the 21st century whose breakout and dash to freedom is the whole story in No Escape, a rousing action picture that, in its best moments, and there are many, reminded me of the Mad Max movies. And sure enough, it turns out that No Escape, like the Mad Max movies, was made in Australia, with Ray Liotta as a prisoner on the run in the year 2022. Liotta's character, a Marine, is sent to prison for murdering a commanding officer, and obviously he has trouble with authority, including his new warden, played by Michael Lerner.
You will have no future contact with the outside world. No visitors, no phone calls, no letters. For all intents and purposes, you're dead. But if you break any of my rules, you'll find that there is life after death. Very painful life.
Once he's dumped onto a remote jungle island, Liotta finds himself pursued by the island's bad guys as No Escape turns into a rousing, very intense, brutal, and sometimes spectacular chase picture. There are also good guys on the island, and Liotta links up with them, and suddenly he's a captain in their battle with the bad guys. I was surprised at how much I enjoyed No Escape. I usually shrink away from brutal films, but just like last week, with my positive review of Surviving the Game, I enjoyed the energy and the single-mindedness of No Escape. It exists only to get a wow, a whole series of wows from the audience, and I thought it earned them.
You know, I can't quite recommend this film, and there are a bunch of reasons why. One would be the ludicrous special effects when they're trying to escape from the island.
I like all that
little
stuff.
Moving animated pod on the so-called water. Another problem is the society on the island is never really explained. The funniest line in the movie, and I think it's inadvertently funny, is when after they have that horrible bloodshed and they set everything on fire, which the next day isn't burned down for some reason, and then somebody says they attack like this 4 or 5 times a year. Well, if they do attack like that 4 or 5 times a year, why is anybody left alive? And what are they doing other than attacking each other? You know,
that's all they're doing.
What's the purpose of the...
Roger, this is a mission.
Remember that they're supposed to be slave labor. That's set up at the beginning. What labor do they do other than fight each other?
This isn't a...
I guess, okay, I'm a square, right? I didn't get the point.
But you the way you started to respond to me, it was like, I can't quite recommend it, but...
No, I can't. I can't because, among other things, it's all
action.
Yeah, all been seen before. The obligatory scene where the ruler has all of his little minions doing dueling with each other and gladiatorial stuff.
That big pole that
yeah, the big pole. Okay, tell me some more about it. Okay, when we come back...